Those people that died and sacrificed for this nation, they still have a commitment and a heart for this nation. Do they not? Are they not eternal beings? Do they not have a desire to see this nation fulfill its purpose? Even George Washington, if he were alive today, what would he be doing? I want to share a little story that maybe we don't know. We know about the Mayflower landing and the Puritans 400 years ago in 1620. But do we remember what took place 13 years earlier? The first English settlers arrived. They arrived in a place, we know Jamestown, the first settlement, but before they got to Jamestown, they got to Cape Henry, Virginia. And there they disembarked for 4 days, and when they landed there, what is the first thing they did? They erected a cross and offered thanks to God in dedication of this land to God and King. And they made this kind of commitment in gratitude to our Heavenly Parent, to God, for giving them safe passage. So this is the origin of this country. This is the first people that came to this country. They were faithful people. They were believers, and they trusted in this heavenly power. They trusted in this heavenly hand, this invisible hand that George Washington talked about. This was the course of building this nation from the very beginning. So to think that we can go on in this nation without God's intervention or God's support, or without beseeching God for our blessings, then we're missing the point. And I want us to really remember this. Why it's important to know the beginning story. The 1607, the first settlers that came and landed on this great land, before it was even called America. They dedicated it to God. They built the cross. Remember this part of our history, so we can really go to the origin, the original purpose of why this nation was founded, so that we can fulfill that purpose today in our lives. This is so important, because we need to know from where we came from, so we know what is our destiny. The beginning point is so important. My wife always tells me how you start something is so important, so that you can finish it in a complete manner. So if you go off, you can do this yourself. If you point yourself in one direction on a field, big field, but you offset by even 1 degree and you walk 100 yards, you're going to be off by 30 feet. By the end of that 100 yards, you're going to be off your target. So you need to know your original target, your original destination, your original heading. And that's what we are talking about here in these videos, to revive this nation based upon its original purpose as a nation founded with God's blessing, with our gratitude to God. So that's why we honor God in these videos, and we ask you to do a few things to help us, to help this community of people that we are in America, our citizenship. We are citizens of America. We're asking each of us to become true Americans. And we do this by really first aligning our hearts and minds with the original purpose of this nation as a God-centered nation, as one that was destined for a providential purpose. Because we see that in the world today. We see the need for this nation to uphold the freedoms that we have as individuals that come from God. We declare that they come from God. They come from our Creator. This was a nation that did that. We did so many things to promote this vision. And we have to keep it alive today, especially of all days. This is the fulfillment of the purpose of this nation. So let's do this. Do this together with me. Follow my videos. Like this page if you do, and I'll continue to provide content that actually helps us to understand the origin of this country and make it real in our lives. Those people that died and sacrificed for this nation, they still have a commitment and a heart for this nation. Do they not? Are they not eternal beings? Do they not have a desire to see this nation fulfill its purpose? Even George Washington, if he were alive today, what would he be doing? Still leading the charge, fighting for the sake of the purpose, the ultimate original purpose of this nation, so that we can be a beacon on a hill for all nations and for all people in the world. Isn't that important today? So important today. Who else will stand up for that in this world against all the mighty forces of corruption and evil and destruction that are going on in the world today? America is that nation. So let us join together in our hearts, join together in our minds, and understand these things, and then do the things in our daily life that make an impact in our family, in our community. And that's what I'm promoting through these videos. So I'm asking you to just watch with me, help me understand, go with me on this journey to help me understand the root of America and how we can fulfill it and fulfill the purpose of this nation in our daily lives every day. What we do in our community, how we interact. That's the key. So thank you for joining me. I want you to make it a great day. Let's make this nation an awesome nation.